Good morning. Welcome to another edition of Fragrances and Coffee. Today we're going to talk about our first impressions on certain fragrances. One of them, my first impression, I never smelt this one yet. It's Khamrah Qahwa. These two guys already smelt it. We have a clip of that. They recorded during the week on their first impressions. We're going to run that right now before I smell this. Okay, so here's the clip.
First impression of Arabians Tonka, the highly hype fragrance.
Yes.
Go ahead, do the honors.
I have been trying to put my nose on this.
Can I also try the Qahwa? That's the other, not so hype, but.
I'm glad finally we got this.
And is it worth the hype?
There were.
Is it worth it?
Yes, it is. It is such a beautiful scent. To me, it smells like a dessert.
Oh, that smells like coffee and like
Yes.
cardamom. Coffee, yeah. Oh, that's nice. I like that. Now let's see. What's the TikTok is raving about?
I think.
Okay, after this, I think
It's
this
better
is
than
better.
Khamrah. Yeah.
And this is better than this, I think. I can't really get
For sure.
anything out of this now. Gotta respray this.
Very nice skin.
It's okay. Like, okay, I should have smelled this first. This blew me away. Anyways, thank you.
Such a good call.
Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed the clip. So now, before I start off, I'm going to show you what my scent of the day is. It was only available in the Middle East. It is now discontinued. It is Calvin Klein Amber Gold. Euphoria. Wow, I really had a tongue twister today.
Yeah.
This, I'm not exaggerating, is very niche quality. Leave it to the Middle Easterns to turn a designer fragrance into a niche fragrance.
Yeah, but they didn't do it though. It's the same designer who produced it.
But for the Middle Eastern,
It's the market.
Was it
it's the market. Yeah, they
exclusive
had
to
to
Middle
make
East?
it.
Yeah,
Yeah, they had to make
I
it
knew that.
like a Middle Eastern fragrance.
they had to up their game.
To me,
Yeah.
it's a really good amber scent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is going to be your first impression on this one, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So I know you didn't. If you want to smell it, yeah. So go ahead. And then today we're going to talk about my favorite 2024 release, Hugo Boss The Scent Elixir. These guys haven't smelled it yet, so they're going to smell it. And then we're also going to talk about my favorite of last year's release is the Pasha de Cartier Noir Absolu. This, to me, it's not talked about enough. It smells really nice. I don't know how to describe it.
I know how to describe it.
Well, it's smoke. It's like these guys say maybe ashtray.
My first impression is somebody smoking next to you
Yeah.
without the smoke.
Okay. Yeah.
Like that's what when I smelt it, I thought somebody's burning cigarettes or somebody's just smoking next.
But in a
next
nice
to me.
way.
Yeah, in a nice. Well, I don't mind smoking scent or the
Yeah,
smell
yeah.
of it. I just don't like the smoking part of it,
It's really
the smoke of it.
This was one
To
of
me,
was-
it's an ashtray.
but in a good
When
way.
you smell, yeah,
Yeah, in a good way,
Very
yeah.
good way.
I don't
I was-
mind the scent of cigarettes or anything like that or burning cigarettes, but it's the smoke that I don't like. But
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
love
we'll
I
talk-
love that scent.
We'll talk about that in a bit. So let me get my first impression on
We
this
forgot
one.
one.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Sorry.
The most talk about.
The most talk about Arabians Tonka by Montale, Paris. We're going to be talking about that too.
We'll do a review of that
Yeah,
too.
he's going to do the review.
Oh.
I haven't smelt this one yet. To be
So that will
honest.
be your first
This is
impression
going to be
then.
my first impression. Yeah.
You know how many calls and questions they were
crazy, yeah.
asking about this scent?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Even at the
It
store
is
we
being
work,
hyped.
it's
So
crazy.
much
Like
hype.
I know.
We're gonna see that today. How is that hype is real or not?
they already saw our first impression.
Yeah.
I wasn't impressed by it when I
Yes.
first smelled it. Okay, what's so
Yes.
hyped about? But then later on, it gained its quality and it gained
Yes.
its
I
worth.
see a lot of people posting this on Instagram.
Yeah.
Like
It's so is this. This
Yeah,
is getting
this too, lately,
rounds too. Yeah.
I'm seeing it, so I'm excited to smell this. So here's
Yeah.
my first.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Here's my
Then
first
let's
impression.
start.
Give me one of those. All right, thank you. So here we go.
So while he does that, why don't we do this?
Yeah. Oh wow. Wow. This is really nice.
Okay.
No wonder people are talking about this and buying this. And wow, what is this supposed to be a dupe of?
I don't think it's.
It's not a dupe. It's on its own, or
To be honest, it smells like. To me, it smells like homemade coffee. Like
Yeah.
in Middle East or in back home, like Asia, people make coffee on a stove with milk and coffee and cardamom and stuff like that, and sugar maybe. That's what this smells like initially.
Okay.
But dry down of this comes. What is this Western drink that you talked about?
That's
that-
Starbucks.
Starbucks.
Caramel frappuccino.
Yeah.
I don't drink that, so I don't know.
I'm thinking coffee,
Caramel macchiato.
coffee cake,
Yeah.
banana cake, not
Yes.
banana cake, but like a coffee cake, carrot cake. It has a dessert vibe to it.
Yes, it is.
It smells like a dessert. Honestly,
Yeah, it's to us. To me, actually, it
Yeah.
smells more like a proper cardamom
Wow,
sort of drink with
I'm,
coffee in it.
wow, I really like it. I might have to get this.
Oh.
I don't know. This
Well,
is
it
really
means-
nice. I never bought anything from Lattafa before.
So that's a flanker to Khamrah.
This one?
Khamrah was
Khamrah was the first one.
dupe for Angel Shear by Kilian, and they have added a coffee note, and I think it's much better than Khamrah.
They've done their own
In my
innovation
humble
to it,
opinion,
I
yeah.
think.
Yeah, this is.
I'm not sure if it's a copy of
Yeah.
anything or dupe of anything, but very good sign. And last thing, actually, when we compared this and actually when we smelled these, we did it at the
Yeah.
same time.
Yes.
When I first smelled this, I couldn't smell this. This
Yeah,
was dead.
This was more loud.
This
Yes,
was
I
very loud in the
smelling this,
beginning.
Yeah.
I couldn't.
Yes.
I couldn't get it, so I had to spray that again to
I
smell
think
it.
even now, when I spray this one,
This is
Yes.
it has
is
that
loud,
quality. It has
but
the Montale
it
quality.
needs a little bit
Yeah.
of time to
Time to become
bring
prominent.
that loudness.
This is funny. It becomes louder after a while, and then it has that Montale quality that you can think that it's not
Yeah,
gonna go
Montale
away.
is known for
Yeah, it's
they're
one of
loud
those
and
scents
these
that's
smooth
gonna
scents.
stay and doesn't it
No
won't go
wonder.
away.
This is funny because this goes with our coffee. It's like eating
Yeah.
coffee.
Yeah.
It's like eating dessert with our coffee.
Cinnamon
Okay.
coffee, cake, stuff like that. Yeah,
Really, people are going crazy
Yeah.
for this.
It is.
it is popular and it's already been a
It
good
is
seller.
very
Since
hyped.
we got
Yes.
it, it's been a good seller.
It's all right. I prefer this.
See, that's the thing. If you compare
Yes.
side by side, you would
So
say
the
for the
thing,
price you're
I knew
paying,
that
this is
this
better.
was going
This
to
is
happen.
way better.
So
I'm not putting it down. It does smell like, but for me, this one.
So I have dry down here on these strips, which I sprayed
Hour ago?
1.5 hour earlier.
for the,
so
for the Arabian
it's
Tonka.
Which one is
for the
this?
Arabians Tonka.
These all Arabians?
Okay,
Yes.
that's much better
All
now.
of these
Yeah,
are.
see,
The
yes.
dry down's better.
See?
To me,
it's-
it's
He even put the name on it, time on it.
Arabians Tonka.
That's
Yeah, I
awesome.
sprayed at
Oh, yeah.
5:30.
He's
So
doing his job.
5:30
Yeah.
a.m.
Not AM.
Yeah, I really dig the dry down more than the opening. Wasn't jiving. I wasn't jiving with the opening, but now that it
Yeah.
dries down,
See, that's what I meant. The
Yeah.
opening is not worth to
No,
even talk about.
it's
It's
not.
nothing.
it's.
But dry down is really good.
But
And
that's
it's-
why I said it's
I
worth the
think
hype.
crazy
it
for
is
this.
one of the very well done Montale scent. It is.
that's true. Yeah,
To me, it's a mix of
it's not as harsh.
quite of Montale scents. Like I think they have took
But-
apart from Sensual Instinct,
Yeah,
and there is an amber scent, Montale's amber scent, and the rose is coming from Intense Cafe by Montale.
okay.
It's and the saffron.
For
To me, in this scent, saffron doesn't smell like leather. Saffron has different facets, so it can be smell like leather. It can be smell a little similar to oud, but this is Montale's Sensual Instinct kind of
Sort of a
scent,
base.
saffron.
What,
yes.
what notes are in there? I don't know. I don't know the
Ah.
notes.
I
Do
think
you know?
if you go by notes, it has the opening notes are saffron, bergamot, and the middle notes are agarwood.
There's rose in there.
Yes,
There's a rose.
agarwood
Yeah, I
and
can smell
rose.
the rose now.
and,
Yeah,
the rose is
and-
coming out now.
Yes,
rose
And-
is the
and-
dry down. Yeah,
and base note it has tonka beans, sugar cane. I get
Oh,
that
sugarcane.
sugar cane smell
I don't get that.
little bit.
That's why it's getting sweet as it dries.
Maybe
the more it
it's
dries
sugar
down, the more
cane
sweeter
with-
it's becoming.
Tonka beans and oak moss
Somehow-
and white musk.
When I smell tonka beans, I feel like it's a sweeter note
Yes,
most of the time. Like
yes.
tonka bean, it's all itself drives a
Yes,
sweeter note
but
to it.
This I
Sugarcane
find
reminds me of back home, man. I have
the
drank a bunch of
interesting
sugar-
thing in this
sugarcane.
scent. I find some of the tonka bean scents are really, really sweet.
Yeah, most of them
Yeah.
are.
But this is with a
it's dark,
mix.
yeah.
They have mixed with something. The blend smells like
There is no coffee in this, right?
no coffee
There's
in
no
this.
coffee in
Yeah.
this.
Let me tell you, so I'm going back to this, guys.
It is.
As
It
Note
also
on
have
Montale.
woody background.
But I think a lot of the Montales, if you smell them,
Yes.
you would see they're derived from another Montale. Like
Yes.
most of them are close to each other.
I smelled some of
Like,
them that smell similar.
They have done a lot of
They might be
repetition.
using same kind
Similar
of notes,
base,
or
yeah,
they have
similar.
some same kind of
Because
DNA they are
Oud
using.
itself,
Yes.
they have like what 40, 50 ouds itself.
Yes.
And they're starting with different notes.
I
So-
think they
like
their
Mansara,
catalog
they
is
got how
really
many
big.
oats they got, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm going back to this.
Okay.
You know what this smells like now? The more it dries down,
Yeah.
apple pie.
Apple pie. Okay.
This, I think I'm going to get this.
Can I smell
It is-
that?
it is
It smells
beautiful.
like apple pie now. I'm getting hungry.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, he's right.
It smells like
it's
apple
one of
pie.
those pies, like
Yeah.
Yes.
It has, this must have cinnamon. in it.
cinnamon, yeah, cinnamon
yes.
pie,
Cinnamon bun,
sort of pie.
cinnamon coffee
Yeah,
bun.
cinnamon
like,
bun, yep.
Yeah, that's what it's.
Okay.
That's what I'm getting now, like an apple pie.
Coffee,
bun.
cinnamon bun.
It is,
Tonka
and the
beans.
bottle
There
is
you go.
beautiful.
We got dessert right here, guys.
Yeah.
You
Okay,
know?
so moving on,
Yeah, let's move on. What do you want to
Okay.
talk about next?
let's go with Pasha. Because
What?
I've smelled this.
Yeah,
It's-
my favorite 2023 release last year. This man, this is really nice. This is, I think, one of the best Pasha de Cartiers to come
Yes.
out from the line. I even prefer it than the Parfum. And I have
Pasha Parfum.
and I have the original Noir edition. That's a
I
good
have that
one,
too.
but the performance on that is very
It's
not
weak.
as good.
It's weak.
But this one, I got 8 hours plus on this one. They really improved on the performance. So one for you, one for you.
Thank you.
See, right away the opening, it's got that smoky.
Yes.
Burning cigarettes, burning something.
Yeah.
But to me, this has a niche quality.
Well,
What
it does.
type of scent
Yeah.
it is? Yes.
Yeah. I like it. I wore,
Because
believe it or not, when I
sometimes most of the designers they just go with mass appealing
mass
DNA.
appealing.
This is quite a departure.
That's why I
from
like
that.
Cartier. Cartier is one of those fragrance houses that they go by the beat of their own drum.
There is a citrus note to it, I think, in the beginning, in the
There's
middle.
bergamot or
No,
bergamot.
I think it's something
it
to do with
bergamot?
lemon or lime.
Lime, yeah.
Is
okay.
it like?
You
Okay,
can
I
smell
don't
that.
get it.
Bergamot is different. Bergamot mellows things out. I think it's
I knew the notes and I forgot it already.
Yes. When I looked for notes, I
know
think they have done something reverse.
Yeah.
Usually
yeah.
they go from
That's true.
start.
That's
yeah.
what I thought.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh wow, everything's going backwards. Like
Yeah.
the citrus note is in the
It's
mid.
at the end, I
At the
think.
end,
It's
yeah.
at the end.
Okay.
But to me, it's somebody who smoked
Smoked
Yeah.
and it's on your clothes.
Yes.
and somebody tried to hide it with some sort of a citrus scent.
Yeah.
Something
Okay.
a very basic citrus scent. Like if you smoke and you are trying
It's
to
like-
hide from your wife or
it's-
something,
It's
spray something.
like
So this is a perfect getaway. If somebody is
Yes.
smoking and I want to hide
Yeah,
from my
exactly.
wife, use this. You know what? This is my scent. It's not. I'm not smoking. This is my scent.
Yeah.
That's
And
how
the
it is.
bottle also represents
Yeah.
the scent.
It reminds
The dark-
me, it
yeah,
reminds
the
me of,
smokiness of it,
I don't know
yeah.
if you guys are familiar with the Italian cigarellos. They're skinny cigars, Italian.
Okay.
They
I've never
make-
smoked, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't smoke
Italians
either,
make
so-
like a skinny cigar called cigarellos, and it almost has that cigarello vibe to it.
I've lived with smokers. I've traveled with smokers, but I've never smoked myself. So I
used
know
to-
how
I
smokers smell.
used to smoke, and I can honestly say that it feels like, yeah, like you said, it's on your clothes, but it's hiding
Yeah.
with another note on top.
Yeah, citrus or something. You're trying to
Yeah.
mask it,
You're
basically.
trying to mask the cigarette on your shirt. It's like
So
you
how
had
was-
it's like you had a cigarette in the garage. You
Yeah.
don't want your wife to know.
yeah,
Yeah.
And then you come in,
Lysol.
you put
Spraying
Lysol
Lysol.
on you.
All right.
But in a good way. It's a really
I love it. It's
it's
very
a really
good.
good fragrance. I recommend you guys go and check it out. Might not be your cup of tea, but I
Yeah.
can tell you
It's interesting.
if you like niche fragrances,
I might get
you
this
might
one.
you might actually
Yeah.
like this.
Now, coming back to getting it,
Okay.
I don't think I would wear this. I know how it smells. I love it.
Okay.
I may use it as like a spray for my environment, but for myself, I don't think I would like it.
On you, on your
Yeah.
skin.
I don't know if I could bear that.
Have you wore it on your skin?
Yeah,
You
I
can
wore
try-
it.
Yeah.
But it's like if you smell this, it cannot be a signature. If you wear it, where would this fit in? Because most people,
Yes.
like if you're going out,
Yes, you're
people
right.
don't like smoke scent.
Okay. Yeah.
So if you're wearing this could be like a turn off. for a lot of the people.
Yeah.
Especially if you're going out on a date, this could be a turn off.
But you got to remember,
I don't smoke, so I might
Yeah,
get.
so this
just
is the
to-
thing, yeah.
but the
For
thing
me
is,
too,
but
right?
the
Yeah.
thing is, the dry down, it changes. It's not.
Yes.
It doesn't smell like a smoky ashtray throughout the whole fragrance.
We did try that the other
Yes.
day. It turned worse. Actually, it turned better, and then it got even smokier. It became like a citrusy sort of a scent in the
Okay.
in the middle,
Made it, yeah.
halfway through, and then it became a little bit more smokier.
I'm trying to remember. I wore it when I first got it. I wore it actually 2 days in a row. I liked it so much I had to wear it the next day. I don't usually do that.
That's a nice scent,
Because I usually
and it's not as loud, so it's not going to be.
No, it's not loud.
Yeah, it's not as.
it's not a loud
projecting,
fragrance,
yeah.
but it's a nice fragrance.
How's the longevity on this?
I got
about
8
8
hours plus.
8 hours,
yeah.
yeah.
For a Cartier, that's really
Yes.
good.
But when you say 8 hour, what does that mean?
I was still smelling out of me by
on
the time
yourself,
I got home after my day was over. I could still smell it on me. And then
But
when
that's for most fragrances, though. Are there any?
some, not really. Some you can't smell it anymore.
Like Adidas?
you get used, yeah, like Adidas.
Yeah.
Yeah, like for example, the Noir, the edition, like the original
Yeah.
Noir.
so how long?
I get
does it
about
last?
5 or 6 hours.
Yeah,
That's
for
it.
me, I got like maybe 2 hours on that.
Yeah,
Maybe because I used the whole bottle, and you know how you.
it's a nice scent,
Doesn't
but
last.
man, it doesn't
Yes.
last. And I'll be
With
the
this
first to
scent,
say that.
I get 12 to 16 hours of longevity after having shower. I
Oh
think,
my god! I think you
yes.
didn't shower properly then.
Yeah,
You
man.
need to scrub it
That's
properly.
like
That's what I was
this one.
thinking.
I got about
Okay, let's
12
talk
hours.
about this.
Yeah, 12 hours plus.
Okay, okay,
Now,
12 hours
this,
plus on this.
When I heard Elixir, I thought it's going to be a headache in a bottle,
okay.
but it's not. I
Yes.
just melted, and it didn't give me anything.
No,
It's
you don't have
actually,
any migraines.
Nope, not yet.
Yes.
So that's interesting. Like usually when you
Yes.
hear about like Sauvage Elixir, can't handle it. Jean Paul Elixir, again, loud and crazy.
Very
This is not
loud, yes.
loud. This is
It
not
is.
as loud.
Your
I mean,
sister
if
liked
you
it.
if you
Yeah.
look for notes,
She smelt it before she left. And she
they
really liked
haven't
it.
mentioned any maninka fruit in it.
There is no
Okay.
manica fruit.
Yeah, but I am getting that
There,
same
everyone
DNA.
says that.
Yeah,
We think a lot of like in the community, fragrance
Yeah.
community, even some reviewers, because they only released 3 notes.
okay.
We all think that there might be manica fruit. They just for some reason
Yeah,
didn't
okay.
mention it.
Okay.
It could be.
The other day we were researching on that. He mentioned that all of this line has that maninka fruit, whatever it is. What is maninka fruit? How do you eat it? What does it smell
I
like?
never. You know, I never.
People talk about it.
Yeah,
but what
you-
it is? What is
I
this?
looked it up one day. It's
I
a
tried
weird
to do.
looking fruit.
Yeah, and it's from South Africa
yeah,
somewhere.
the thing
that-
What does it? How do you eat
I
it?
don't know.
What does it smell like? Do you actually
That's
eat it?
interesting. I should
Never-
look at
never-
into that.
never
I tried that. I couldn't find that.
The thing is, I never heard of that fruit until the very first the scent came out back in what,
I just heard when he mentioned the
Yes.
other day.
2015. Really?
Yeah.
The original Hugo Boss.
I don't look
Descent,
up notes. Yeah, I don't look
yeah.
up notes. So I
The original Descent, the original scent. That's when I first heard of manica fruit. I'm like manica fruit. This
Yeah.
was back in 2015.
Yes.
and then
I
when,
remember
this
looking it
bottle
up.
looks
All I
very
did was
nice.
look it up to see what it looked like. It was a weird looking fruit.
so when he mentioned it, then I went and researched on all the scents, and they all had maninka either on the top or in the middle or on the base. They all had that. But what is maninka? What it does? What it smells like? I have no idea.
No idea.
Maybe I'll get if you can get like a oil of it, something
Oh,
just
yeah.
on its own. How
Or
that
we
smells.
can bring fruit and smell.
Where from
if
South
it's
Africa?
available now. If it's
Yeah, I never
Available
I've
anywhere
never heard
here.
of it.
I never
We can
seen
search
manica
online.
fruit here in
Yeah.
Canada.
Okay.
I searched,
Okay.
nothing came up.
okay.
Some French perfumery came up with what the note is, how it
No,
goes.
when you type
or-
in manica fruit, it should come up and maybe you
Yeah,
might write
pictures.
fruit.
Yeah, I did.
Just to look at the fruit. And,
I did.
and there's
I know how it-
Wikipedia. You can read on
Yeah,
Wikipedia.
yeah. I read that. So it's coming from South Africa. The tree itself looks like a dried. The fruit or the tree looks like a boiled egg or something like that.
Maybe
or
they
a fried egg.
maybe they make
Anyways.
tea with it, alcohol. I don't know. Maybe
We're
they
just
make
rambling on.
They could make liqueurs with it. I don't know
Yeah.
because this is my second favorite from the line. My first is still Private Accord because
Yeah,
of the
Private
chocolate.
Accord is
I
really
like that
nice.
too.
It has that chocolate cacao in it, and it's
Yes.
it's so good.
In Hugo Boss, I think the scent is a better line than anything else.
yes,
Yeah, everything
I
else
agree.
is just dead.
When the very first scent came out in 2015, I went bananas over it. I was at
Okay.
the Bay, and there was a girl there representing it. She said, "Yeah, you want to try our new Hugo Boss?" And I used to like Hugo Boss back
Yeah.
in the day too. I used to wear a lot of their fragrances. I said, "Okay, I never heard of this." When I smelt it, I bought it right on the spot
Yeah.
because
I
it was
still
different.
have my Hugo Boss scent, the first one.
I'm on
edition at that
my
time.
actually I'm on my third one.
Okay.
Because when I bought that,
I
wore
wasn't
it.
a fan.
I wore it to death. That's why.
I
back in
wasn't a
2015.
fan until I smelled Private Accord.
Yeah. Yeah. Because
Sadly, I have no Hugo Boss in my collection. The only one I've ever used is Boss Number 1, the classic one,
Yes.
and that too in my high
That's a
school days.
beautiful scent.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was, but it didn't suit the profile. It's
Yeah.
not a high schooler scent. Not in 2000s. Yeah, in early 80s it
my,
was.
my dad wore it in the early
Yeah.
80s.
80s, right?
Yeah.
So
I remember he had the aftershave actually. He
I'm
wore
weird.
more aftershave.
Now
than
I
cologne.
can't stand that.
It's
back
a
in the day.
it's a barbershop.
Yeah,
you
but
know?
it's thick and heavy.
Yeah. It is heavy. Out of all the barbershops, I'm that one and Davidoff Zeno.
Okay.
Oh, I never liked that one. But I do usually like barbershop fragrances, but there are some
I
I
like
don't
them.
like.
Is,
Zeno.
yeah. Is it patchouli?
It's very patchouli.
Yeah.
I love patchouli. Like
But
one
that-
of those
yes,
notes.
That is
Patchouli I
too
like.
much, but
Patchouli,
There's no
and
such
if it's
thing.
dirty, earthy, I don't mind it.
yeah, it's.
I love that.
Oh, I didn't like it.
So on to the last one, I guess.
Yeah. What's my this
Speak
one?
it one, Em.
Yeah.
Your scent of the day.
My scent of the day today. It's,
Might as well do it.
Yeah. Well, that's why I brought it. I want to talk about it a bit because this is, to me, one of the best Calvin Kleins
Yes.
that you can get. People say, "Oh, it's Calvin Klein." Trust me, this is nothing like a typical Calvin Klein fragrance. I mean, if it was only released to the Middle East, you know it's going to be good. In my opinion, when I heard it was only released to the Middle Eastern market, I said, "Okay, I know it's going to be good." So I blind bought it, took my chance, and I loved it right from the start. As soon as I opened, it was
So did you go to like Dubai to get it?
no. I forgot where I got it from, to be honest. Maybe a discounter. I don't know.
So it made it way to Canada somehow.
Finally, yeah. After what, a year or two, it was released. Oh yeah, here. Let me. That's a good idea. So it's very ambery. Obviously, because it's
Amber is usually for me doesn't do much.
gives you a headache.
No, well, not everything gives me a headache.
This is
Oh
beautiful.
wow.
It is nice.
Oh, this
Very
is boozy.
nice.
It's boozy in the beginning.
It's
Yes,
boozy.
it becomes boozy. Then towards the end, it gets a little powdery, a little bit.
Oh, it's very boozy.
It's boozy in the beginning.
Boozy and powdery is already coming out. Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. It doesn't. It smells like it smells
It's
so
nice.
niche.
Very nice.
It's very. I remember
It smells like it has that typical Middle Eastern sort of vibe to it.
even some reviewers say the same thing. They say that it has a niche quality to it, and that's one other reason why I bought it blind buy, because I went by a couple of reviewers, and they swore by it. They say it's one of the best Calvin Kleins. They were saying it's niche, this, that, you know. So I said, okay, you know what? If two popular, I won't say their names because maybe they might not like that. Two famous reviewers, if they say it was good, that's why I went and blind bought it. So
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's a really good amber
Yeah.
scent.
Beautiful. It's really
I
good.
like it.
It
This
is.
It's really rounded off very well.
So what do you
See,
guys
things
get?
like these come across me and I never take a chance on them. Like I don't do a lot of blind buys.
No, I have, and I've been lucky.
Is it still in production or?
No, it's
No, I don't think
it's
so.
discontinued.
Euphoria, they had like a lot of flankers.
Okay.
And they were mostly not released in North America,
Yeah,
so they went out pretty quickly.
There's a flanker, Middle Eastern
Okay.
flanker to the Euphoria Amber Gold. There's, I think,
Pure gold,
pure
there's,
gold. There's
uh,
white
Pure
gold
gold.
or something.
something gold. Yeah, there
Yeah.
are 2-3 golds, separate
Yeah,
golds.
There's Essence. There's something
Essence.
Euphoria
Essence, that was a flanker for North America.
Was
That
it?
Yeah, it
Oh,
was.
okay.
It was kind of crap.
Was it? This is I love
Maybe
it.
somebody liked it. It didn't do much for me.
Yeah.
The Essence. Euphoria Intense was a really good one. I think it's discontinued now.
To me, it really doesn't
It is
smell
really good.
like it is done by CK.
No, that's what
And
I
it has
that's-
nothing to do with
it
Euphoria
has-
either.
I don't
like,
think it
there's
has
no
nothing to
Euphoria.
do with Calvin Klein, to be honest.
Yeah.
I
No,
think
no,
they just
no.
put their name on it.
No, it's it's made for you. See, this is the thing. If there is a demand,
Yes.
the companies would do better to do better
I
things.
guess
If there is no demand, people don't
because
care
I don't
about
get
it.
no Euphoria DNA in there.
Yes.
There is no. I
Yeah.
don't get it. The Euphoria DNA. It's like this could have been a totally new line.
See, even
But they went by the
DNGs,
Euphoria name.
DNG's the one.
Yes.
It's weak, doesn't do anything. But if you go to the Middle Eastern
Yeah.
Yes. Those limited
those
limited edition
limited
ones?
editions. Yeah.
exclusive edition, actually, they stand out. They don't go away.
Yeah, they're really good.
They're really good, right?
The best
So,
one is Luminous Night.
It based like
that one.
people here usually don't like heavy scents, and people,
Yes.
even in the general places, you're not allowed to wear scents, so they have to go with lighter scents. Over there, if you come out with something as weak as Euphoria itself, it's not going to do anything. Or CK1, it's nothing. Like CK1 has nothing to it. It's just like a vinegar. Take a vinegar shower basically, or lemon shower. There's nothing to it. So
For high school, for gym, for walk, it's fine. But
even Middle East, they won't use that, right?
No.
They won't use that.
You know what's funny? The Middle Eastern, they love heavy fragrances. I get, but the funny thing is, I could never wear this in their environment, the heat.
Okay.
Yeah, but they love it.
But they like it. Like, but
that's
I
the other
couldn't do
thing.
it. This is to me is a winter fragrance.
For us, we have winter and summer fragrance.
Yes.
Over there, there's no winter.
Yeah, it's
If
just
anything,
hot
it's
summer.
maybe single digits. But even at that, there's a lot of humidity. They always wear heavy scents.
Yeah.
Even in the 40-degree heat, they would put the heaviest oud or heaviest amber scent.
Yes.
It would choke you if they sit next to
But
you.
I guess they're used.
But they love it.
They're used to
This
that.
might
That's how
be
it
a
is.
cultural thing.
Yep,
They
it's a
might
cultural
be
thing.
used to
Yeah, they're used
with
to
these
it.
kind of scents because I smelled quite a few scents which we say it's for summer, but in winter they smell really good.
Yeah.
Like MFk Aqua Vitae, I tried first time in winter. Smells really good to me, but everyone
it's not a
says
summer
it's a summer scent.
This would kill me in the summer. for
Vitae
sure.
is the one that I don't like. Celestia, Universal, I love it. Vitae, I didn't like.
I like Aqua Vitae Forte one, the Forte version.
Forte,
of
I
that
haven't
one.
tried. I've tried. I've used Universal and Celestia in both formation.
Okay.
Vitae I've used in the Eau de Toilette, and I didn't like it. I couldn't stand it. It had that weird. Okay, so we rambled on to.
So how was the
topics.
longevity on this scent?
This one,
Yes.
I get about 10 hours plus.
Okay.
This is a very heavy fragrance. It lasts. This is no joke.
Okay, if you were to pick one out of these 5,
Today,
must have.
a must-have in your collection.
Let's remove this because it's not available.
Yeah,
Let's
it's not
remove
available
that.
anymore. But if you can find it, grab it.
Get it? Yeah. Okay. So if you were to pick a one clear winner,
One clear winner.
That-
I don't know, man. I'm really stuck on this.
okay.
I'm really.
What's yours?
You know why? Because it's different.
Okay.
That's
I
why.
mean,
What's yours?
to me, I would go with Arabians Tonka and this.
No, one. Just one.
This one.
Pick one.
Okay, I would go with the Arabians Tonka then.
Okay. Now this is surprising. I want to pick this, but I actually impressed by this. So I was impressed by this. I told you that even the last video I said I wouldn't be able to stand this.
Yes.
Because it was an elixir.
Because I think I smelt it in a passing and I didn't agree. It didn't agree with me. But when I smelt it now properly, it actually. So my first impression of this was kind of bogus. It didn't work out. But now when I actually sprayed it and I smelled it myself, it worked.
I actually like the bottle too. They went different.
I don't care about bottle.
They got rid of the metal.
They made it cheaper.
Was it really a
I don't know,
metal
it's-
or was it a
like
painting?
plastic,
like
probably.
a dark burgundy
Yeah.
glass, huh?
Yes.
The bottle, the color is good, but
Yes.
bottles, I don't really pay attention to that.
The older bottle were metal or
Yeah, they have
just a
they have
paint?
metal here.
Okay.
This
Yeah.
is the bottle that would attract me,
Yes.
like
Yeah.
matte black.
Yeah, it's nice. You don't have to worry about cleaning.
Oh, I don't care about.
Yes.
So that's it from
This
us.
might be
I guess.
a nice bottle to take a photograph.
Yeah.
This one. Or maybe Khamrah. Some of the bottles are really, really hard
Actually,
to
this one,
take
I took a
photograph.
picture of this with the sunlight, and
Okay.
you should see how nice it is, the amber, the bottle.
Yeah,
with
it
the
comes
sun.
out. Yeah.
I took a picture outside with it, and it came out really nice.
Okay. Let's end the video, I guess.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
won't have
Let's
that much time.
let's call it a day because we all have to get to work. As you know, it's morning time here, and so from all of us, John,
Samir.
Mohammed.
we say good day, and hopefully you'll tune in to our next episode. Hopefully in a week's time, we'll have another one up
Sure.
on YouTube.
Hopefully.
So
If you
Till then,
Thank
okay,
you.
till then, have a good day,
take care.
guys.
Yes.
Enjoy.
Bye-bye.